Birthday sale!
Yeah. It's time to pickle the water maker.
I know what you're thinking. That sounds delicious. But wait, there's more.
Sometimes you really like it.
Honestly. What are you doing? A pod has appeared. I think that blue-footed booby just landed on our boat.
Oh, I got a belly full of taco.
Yeah. That's what we're looking down the barrel of right now. A whole lot of work moving off the boat, preparing Via to sit on the hard for a couple months. So it's a lot of shit, but we're getting it done.
I don't know if I've mentioned that it's hot. It's hot. Well, she is all settled in for her little summertime siesta.
There's one problem.
What?
We are Mike and Taylor. And these are our dogs, Penny and Lucy. We sold our home and nearly everything we owned, moved aboard a 40-foot boat, and sailed from Seattle. This is the story of us making our way. Welcome back, friends. We have just spent 10 days in beautiful remote anchorages of the mainland Sea of Cortez, living off the land and soaking up every minute of life on anchor. Today, it's Mike's birthday, and we have to head back into port to start the preparations for Via to get hauled out for her summertime siesta in the boatyard. Birthday sale!
Yeah. Nice. It's very nice out here.
Yeah.
It's so pretty. Hold on.
Birthday sale! Birthday sale!
We're watching all that heavy wind out here.
I know, it's a miracle that it's not
Can't ask for better than this.
a total disaster out here. It's looked so awful. And every one of our friends that we've seen leave the anchorage over the last 10 days, oh, just you can see like their whole hull, they're burying their bow, just looked pretty brutal. So it's really nice to have not that. This is crazy.
Beautiful. I mean, that's true, so.
Movie. It's fine with us. Oh, what are you doing? Oh my God, he landed on our boat, Mike. I think that blue-footed booby just landed on our boat.
I don't think it landed. I think it was like riding the
Oh,
wave on the front of
really?
the
He's coming
sail.
back.
Kind of like a dolphin.
He's coming back. have Orca right here. Yeah, at first we thought it was just one because the males can hunt alone, and we really only saw him. But all of a sudden, a pod has appeared.
There he is.
Right there. He is right there. They're all here. Gang's all here.
He's struggling against this current too.
I know, man. It's a wicked current.
Setting is north.
Like
so,
really strong current.
Yeah, like 23 degrees off the course. So you can see we started here and we were pointed like that way, but you can kind of see our old track. We got to here intact and we're just basically gonna end up back in the bay right back where we started. Gave up, decided
Like we were making reverse breath.
So we decided to just turn on the engine and head into it.
afternoon, so the channel in here is popping. There's a lot going on. Jet skis, party boats, tour boats. Well, those were some really special days up at those anchorages, and we really did our best to savor like every moment because it's our last few days at anchor that we're gonna have for a long time, which is kind of sad, but we soaked it all up. It was incredible. The Orca today was spectacular. The blue-footed booby flying around was pretty amazing, and we were back in San Carlos. It is hot up in here. And we're about to go celebrate Mike's B-Day. Okay, we're going. See you later. Everyone who had spent any time cruising the Sea of Cortez warned us about the summer weather here, namely the completely overwhelming extreme heat. And it's safe to say things had officially warmed up, and it made doing anything in the peak afternoon hours completely impossible, except for resting in the shade somewhere or swimming. So while we were anchored in the San Carlos Bay, we spent our mornings doing boat work and desk work, and then would take the whole family for a long afternoon cool down swim.
Are you ready to go back to the States?
Yeah.
Yeah?
I have mixed feelings. I don't really want to leave, but I do want to be in the States for like a just short moment.
You just want Thai food.
I do, but we have other reasons.
Feeling a little bummed about leaving, but very excited to see family, and very excited to come back recharged and ready to explore new parts of Mexico and beyond.
Man, I can't take you anywhere.
Sometimes you really like.
Honestly. What are you doing? So the time has come that we were preparing Via to sit in a boatyard for not that long, but we're gonna leave her for like 2 months, which means we, in effect, like really are just, we have to move off the boat like entirely. So you'd be amazed how much work that actually entails. There's like so much stuff that we have to do to get not only ourselves off the boat and moved, but to like properly store the boat for 2 months, because there's a lot of considerations for that. The interior of the boat, we've talked to a lot of people who have done this several times, but the interior of the boat can be upwards of like 120 or 130 degrees Fahrenheit. So you need to really think and prepare for how you're gonna leave everything. And for us, a lot of stuff has to come off the boat. So anyway, this morning we pulled into the marina, and we've got a few days here before she gets hauled out and put in her little safe spot where she'll stay for a few weeks while we're away. We're gonna zip back to the States for a couple months in sort of the peak of the hurricane season, when it gets blisteringly hot down here anyway, and we're a little bit stuck as far as where we can go. And then when we get back, we do boat work. But yay, boat work! But it's all good, because it's gonna be really exciting to be able to move back on and head out for what I know is gonna be like an incredible year. But anyway, so that's what we're looking down the barrel of right now. A whole lot of work, moving off the boat, preparing Via to sit on the hard for a couple months. So it's a lot of shit, but we're getting it done. These guys get sprayed down at the dock every like hour, because it is real hot up in these parts. Real hot. Yeah.
I am sweaty. Very humid and like no wind at all, no air movement. Time to pickle the water maker.
I know what you're thinking. That sounds delicious. But wait, there's more.
Basically all you're doing is you're running fresh water mixed with a special storage compound through the whole system, so that way the membrane kind of gets like surrounded with this storage chemical and fresh water. That way you're not just letting it sit in seawater and bacteria and algae and stuff grows on it. So and so we've just created a loop. So picks up out of this bucket, goes through the filters and the pumps, through the high pressure pump, through the membrane, well not through the membrane, but around the membrane, and then back into the bucket.
Day 3 at the dock, and I feel about as gross as I look right now. I woke up with a cold yesterday to make things a little bit more exciting around here. It's been tough sleeping because it's been really hot, and there's also a lot of mosquitoes at the dock here, so neither one of us have really had a good night's sleep for a while, and I think it kind of took its toll and I just got sick. So anyway, we are plugging away, and I don't know if I've mentioned that it's hot. It's hot. There is nary a breeze and very high humidity, so we're soaked. But the good news is that we're making some progress, and we checked into our Airbnb this afternoon and dropped the dogs off there, so they are in air conditioning in a much more comfortable space while we're here finishing up today's to-do. So, oh my god, can't even step on the white deck. It is blazing hot.
To a successful year and a half of cruising.
Yeah. Cheers.
Cheers.
Alright, so tomorrow morning it's happening. It's a haul out. So it's like, we just ate such an early dinner. It's like, what, 5 p.m. right now. We're going back to the apartment and we are going to go to sleep because we're exhausted.
Oh, I got a belly full of tacos.
Yeah. That was good. So, tomorrow Via goes on the hard, and then the next day we get in the car and drive north. Back to the Estados de Unidos. Did I say that right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Thank you.
Well, it is haul out day. So we just pushed out of the slip and we're heading over to the boat ramp. And it is hot this morning. See ya.
Watching us either, to be honest. We're just gonna go for a walk. Mike can supervise.
there's no equivalent with a regular house.
No, it's your home. It's like, well, for us anyway, it's like the only asset that we own. It's our dreams. It's like our next bunch of years. It's our memories. It's our accomplishments. It's like, it's fun. It's everything. It's everything.
And you also kind of start to have a relationship with the boat in a way that you don't really with a house.
No.
I think. Keeps it safe.
Well, she is all settled in for her little summertime siesta. Man. We're just waiting on the guys to come back with the pressure wash to get all this growth off the bottom. And then the last thing that we have to do is just wrap the rudder in some sort of white. We've got some plastic stuff to kind of wrap it in. Previous owners had some previous owners had the rudder replaced at some point, and the paperwork on our particular rudder says that they advise wrapping it in some sort of reflective material when it's out of the water in a hot climate, because it can warp a little bit in the sun. So we've got to make sure that's good. Today we got one big project down, getting our boat in the yard.
Yeah. We did good.
We did good. Yeah, well done.
There's one problem.
What?
The power washer's broken.
Oh, really?
So yeah, Saturday morning, like I'll go in, I'll scrape as many barnacles off as I can.
It's okay.
And just wrap it.
All right.
And then we'll deal with it when we come back. It's just the rudder, so.
Okay, well, almost without a hitch. But I think that's pretty damn good for all of the moving parts involved with this week. Like, holy shit.
Thank you for watching, guys. It was a hell of a season, and we cannot wait to take you along for the next step on the path that we are forging here. So be sure to hit subscribe so you don't miss a thing, and we will see you next week when our journey continues.